Hi everybody, I thought it's about time I showed you how I make the yoghurt that I prattle on about quite a bit, which I have at least once or twice a day. So my husband's going to do it and I'm going to explain what's going on. So in these containers, which are, I believe they're 2 litre containers, or 1.5 litres maybe, but whatever they are, they're big enough to fit 1.5 litres of milk in them. The milk we use is long life milk, so it's called UHT standard milk. The reason we use this milk is a couple of reasons. One, it's room temperature, so it's easier to use and warm up. And two, it's ultra heat treated, so it's already sterilised. So we just put about 1.5 litres in each of these containers. Equal measures. And then what my husband will do is he will microwave that, so he'll warm it up. And in our microwave, we put it on full power and we just put it on for 6 minutes 66 seconds, which in effect is 7 minutes 6 seconds. But you need to test it yourself with your own microwave. Everyone's is different, and we will tell you what the temperature should be when it comes out of the microwave. You can buy these yoghurt makers, and we used to use these because these keep it at the correct temperature, but it only makes a small amount at a time, and it was on constantly. So we figured out a better way of doing it, and that's when my husband came up with this idea with the big containers. So he uses a cool bag. That's the milk ready. Uses the cool bag, and inside the cool bag is a pet warming pad. So we just plug that warming pad in, and then we put the pots of yogurts inside, and we put it on this cloth tea towel here, just because this bench top is stone and that's cold, so it's just to protect the bag from the stone bench worktop. So here we are, the yogurt's been in the microwave, so my husband will take the temperature of it now. And the temperature, ideal temperature, should be between 45 and 50 centigrade, which is 113 to 122 Fahrenheit.
It's 50.
It's 50, there you go. So we're just on the 50. We then have to put a starter culture in it. So what we usually do is, when we make a fresh batch, we'll freeze some of these starter cultures just in a nice, put them in a nice tray and freeze them, and every now and then you have to have some fresh ones. The other thing I'll mention is it's quite important that you keep all your utensils and all your pots really, really clean, because you're dealing with bacteria here. So he's putting 2 in each of these pots.
It'll set on one, 2 to be sure.
Yeah, it will set on one, but he just makes sure. We can always, we can freeze some more of it. We make enough of it. So basically that's it, no stirring, no shaking, no messing about. Just put the lids on, and then they go directly in the bag. It's all plugged in, ready to go. The other thing I'll mention is it's quite important that once you get it in the bag, or get it started, that you don't disturb it. So put it somewhere where it's not going to be knocked, or it's going to be, vibrated, or any kind of knocking, because it doesn't really help it very much. And that's it. We seal up the bag, put it back there, and that stays there now till the morning. And then in the morning, we refrigerate it for 12 hours, and then I'll show you tomorrow how we strain it and how we get most of the way out. So here we are then. So it's been done overnight, and my husband was up early this morning, and about 6 o'clock, and you'll see that it's set. If I tilt it, you'll see it's set. Now you can eat it like this. It's perfectly alright to eat this yogurt like this if you want to, but for me, I want to get as much sugar out of it as possible, and the sugar is in the way. So I then now put both these containers in this sieve. Now this is a honey sieve. We got bees, and we used to sieve our own honey, and this is what this is. So as you can see, If you can see it, it's a very, very fine mesh. So the yogurt goes in here, and so I'll pop it in now and I'll film it when I've done it. So here we are, it's in there, it just fits in. If you listen quietly, can you hear it? It's actually running through already. I would lift it up and show you, but unfortunately this is too heavy for me to lift one-handed. My husband's at work, so anyway, so I've scraped the pots out. Both those pots go in there, and then it goes straight in this sieve. Now it will stay in here now. We will probably empty the whey off halfway through because it comes up, you know, higher, you know, to the bottom of the sieve. So we'll empty off some of the whey, and then we'll leave it in here probably until tomorrow morning. So that's about a good probably 12 to 18 hours in the fridge for it to run off. And then we just cooled this down for 6-7 hours this morning. Okay, so I'll show you again the finished product and you'll see. So it is a bit of a long-winded process, only because I want to get as much whey off the yogurt as possible. And I'll show you what it comes out like tomorrow, or at the end of this video. So here we are then. This is the finished product. So this has been sat in the fridge from, probably mid-afternoon yesterday until this morning. So you'll see, this is what we emptied off last night. So this is a 1.5 litre jug. So you can see, you know, there's quite a lot of whey in there. And then we put it back in overnight and we've got some more whey. So there's probably another, possibly, maybe a litre, half a litre in there. You can see this has sort of got more of the milky yogurt whey in it. So this won't, none of this will go to waste. My husband drinks this stuff. I don't, because I don't want the sugar, but yeah, he drinks this, and the chances are the dogs will have this, or the chickens. So none of it goes to waste. And then this is the finished product. So you'll see it is extremely thick. You see how thick it is? Very thick, and it's absolutely delicious. It is, for me, a dessert, a breakfast, and almost like eating, you know, cream. It is absolutely delicious. So I will now put all this into a big container and store it in the fridge, and it can last up to about 7 to 10 days in the fridge once you've done it like this. But to be honest with you, it never lasts that long in our house. This probably lasts for about 5 days to a week because we both eat it, and then we start the whole process again. So you could say the whole process, although it's taken us 36 hours, is a very simple step-by-step thing to do. So anyway, I hope that helps anybody who's thinking about making their own yogurt. Very, very simple. Thanks for watching.